Good evening, welcome to the channel, it's Jordan, and we're going to discuss round 12, and we're also going to discuss Andrew Gaff. So yeah, look at my team, 2,584, I finished with the score. I'm like, man, that's a good score, I'm going to go up in the ranks, and I went down. No Josh Kelly, no Clayton Oliver, is not good, but can't do much about it, and I've used my final trade, and we'll get to that in a second. So rank 270, not sure where I'll finish. Yeah, it's a tough, everyone's at this point has sort of similar teams. So yeah, anyway, so defense was pretty good. Kind of Led, disappointing, everyone has him. Led was tagged, and that happened towards the end of last year, and now it's happening now at the end of this year. So it didn't happen early in the season for some reason, when it probably should have happened. Midfield was pretty good. I had McRae there, that was Andrew Gaff. But yeah, I just got in McRae. He was in my team before. Bought him for 700,000 last time, so I got him a little bit cheaper this time. What a bad trade that was. And the rucks, Brody, Grundy, wow. So he's now the second highest ranked player. He's past Gorn. So that's pretty significant. Actually, it doesn't really mean anything, but it's going to be interesting whether we have to start with them two next year. And I don't think I can start with both. I think that's too much money. They're both going to probably be, what, 700,000? That's too much for two players. But yeah. And forwards, pretty terrible apart from Gunston and Hogan, who are point of differences for me, so happy with that. So not much to discuss with the team. Josh Kelly, I didn't have Josh Kelly. He scored 200. Yeah, I refused to trade him in because of his groin. Looks like he's over that completely, but that happens. A risky call. It was kind of a bad call by me in hindsight, but I didn't really need another injury, potential injury. So, oh well, happens. Now I'm gonna discuss Andrew Gaff. So if you have Gaff, then I'm trading him to McRae. I'm not sure I want to get Josh Kelly after 200. Those points are gone. Although GWS play Adelaide, and they generally, their midfielders generally score pretty big against us. By us, I mean the Crows, my team. Great win on the showdown as well. So I think, even though if you watch the showdown, there was a dodgy goal review. Even so, I think the Crows deserve to win. They were, we pretty much won all the stats. So, yeah, Paul aren't that good, and that's rain if you can hear that outside. So I want to discuss Andrew Gaff. This is off topic, not Supercoach. But so I was watching the Derby, and I see Gaff hit someone, and I'm like, I didn't actually see it, couldn't see it very clearly on TV. Then I saw it. It was kind of like a swing. I'm not sure it was a king hit, but like if you touch here, and like, it's like it feels really fragile. So imagine getting like someone swinging their arm at you here. And I was watching Ross Lyon's press conference on this, and he was kind of angry about it, and he did Andrew Gaff no favors at all. He said there's like Brayshaw's mum was crying, and he's having surgery tonight, and he's had 4 displaced teeth. So that's not good. Feel really bad for Andrew Brayshaw, because I think it's his brother or his cousin, I'm not sure. I think it's his brother in Melbourne. He's had concussion issues. And also, weirdly enough, his brother plays for West Coast, Hamish Brayshaw. So that's kind of awkward. Yeah, just this whole thing doesn't make sense, because Gaff was, I mean, he's got a clean slate in terms of just being a decent guy, I guess. I don't think he's copped a fine. I think John Raff put a tweet out. He's never copped a fine, never had been involved in a melee, or copped a fine in a melee, never been suspended. Ultimate, like, consistency player, ultimate preparation. One of the most consistent players we've ever seen. Just runs all day. It just doesn't make sense. He was captain of the Vic Metro team, and Vic Metro is like the heart of footy. It's the inner suburbs in Melbourne, where all the big clubs are. So yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And just watching him out there, like I thought Gaff was going to die because he did that. Well, he hit Brayshaw, played for a bit, went off, and was a little bit distraught. And then Simpson came onto the bench, and the rest of the game was about Andrew Gaff. And then three-quarter time comes, and Ballantyne starts in the square, which is really weird because there's only one reason for him to start in the square, which is to deal with Gaff. So he tries to ram Gaff's head into the ground, doesn't work. And then a few minutes later, Johnson comes in and tries to take Gaff's head off. Was kind of successful in doing that. Thought Gaff was knocked out, but just copped a heavy hit to the head. So I thought Gaff was going to die. And I thought like these days in footy were like gone. Like probably Ross Lyon said at three-quarter time, like just kill Gaff, just kill him. Like you do not do that to our players. And you don't see this sort of stuff anymore. So yeah, the game was just like, I wasn't watching for football. I was watching to see for a brawl really. And I thought these days were gone, but it was kind of nice to watch, but it's probably not good as a good spectacle, but not for society. So yeah, and there's a lot of things, a lot of attention's on Gaff because there's so many repercussions out of this. I feel a little bit bad for him because it just doesn't make sense. Why did he do this? A split second, maybe he was going for the chest. Maybe he was like kind of half wanted to hit him and like hit him in the chest, but ended up hitting him flush. Maybe wanted to just like brush his jaw or something. I don't know, but yeah. So Brownlow's gone. It doesn't matter. He wasn't going to win anyway, but I think he probably was second or third. I think Yo's going to take a few votes off him though. The red card rule. I know the AFL said they didn't want to introduce the red card rule because they said it doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often enough for people to get sent off in cases, which doesn't make any sense as a defence because this sort of stuff happens, and now it's like, how can Gaff continue to play on the field when he's pretty much it's a criminal offence what he's done. You can't really stay on the field. It's not just a football issue. So there's that. And he's not playing finals, and he's out of contract, so there's that too. So now West Coast are going to have to go for a flag without him. I think they need all the help they can get to get close to Richmond, because I'm not sure how Richmond are going to go down. Hopefully GWS or somebody can do something to them, because it's not looking good right now. Maybe Geelong, but they're struggling to make the 8. So yeah, I kind of feel bad for him, and so many people are on his back. He knows what he's done, he knows the consequences, and he will be dealt with, but he has to live with that for the rest of his life. So yeah, it's kind of rough on him. So I just hope he's okay mentally, because he can derail his career and stuff like that. Hopefully not, but yeah, what he did, he has to deal with the consequences now. But I just wanted to talk about that. I'll definitely watch AFL 360 tomorrow or Monday and see what they say about that. But yeah, anyway, that's all from me with Supercoach. I want to discuss 2019. We're gonna do that this week. So I'll do a video on discussing next year's picks, because it's going to be a really tough year next year and lots of overpriced players. Anyway, that's all from me. Good luck, and yeah, I'm out of trade, so I need help. Lord have mercy, hopefully. But anyway, good luck.